Hey guys, welcome to Race Spec. We have got some good settings here, some starting points for you on the new Triumph 250, and let's just jump right to it. We talked a little bit about this engine package. There isn't a whole lot you can do, obviously, from a mapping standpoint. They do have an app you can get, and we didn't get to try any of those maps. They aren't available just yet, but I'm hoping they'll have some more aggressive maps that will help this thing build power a little quicker. It just builds power very gradually and slowly. Very easy to ride, very friendly, but for intermediate and expert level riders, you're gonna want it to build up quicker. So that's something we're gonna hopefully play with in the future. We just don't have access to it yet. Obviously an aftermarket ignition solves the problem, but I'm trying to do it with the standard stuff. Add a tooth to the rear sprocket. It comes with a 48, throw a 49 on there, add a 110 tire rather than the 100, and those are gonna be big helps. This 100 rear tire is not enough tire to hold this bike. And the gearing at 48 is just low. It needs an extra tooth. That's all you can really do with this engine and stock trim. The big changes that we found, the gains, are in the chassis and setup, and so let's get to that. They kind of recommended 102 to 105 sag. We found a huge difference in handling. We started at 105 and just couldn't get the feeling right, went to 102, and that was definitely better. So I would say 101, 102 is your goal for sag on this. Don't go more than that. It's problematic. High speed comes at, let's talk about the shock. The high speed compression comes one turn out. We went to 3/4 out, so we went in a quarter of a turn. And that was a little bit counterintuitive to me because I didn't feel like it was too soft, but it was just moving a little bit in a way like just it wasn't settling. So what we found was happening was that it was just going in a little too much, coming out a little too quickly. So low speeds at 10 out, we left it there. We didn't touch it. Rebound is 10 standard and we went to 8. So we slowed the rebound down on the shock 2 clicks, made a huge difference. That got our rear end working great, and it complemented the whole chassis with what we did up front. Fork height. It's gonna come 3 millimeters from the clamp to the top of the fork, the cap. We split the difference, we went to 1.5, dropped the forks down. What that's gonna do is just give you a little bit more high-speed stability, okay? And in this case, puts you in a better part of the stroke of the travel. It still has, this thing corners like it's on rails, so it doesn't affect your ability to turn. It just gives you a more planted feel and a better feel in the front end. So 1.5 millimeters. Then on the compression is, we went 2 softer. So 10 out is standard, we went to 12 out. And so that kind of compensates for the fact that you're sliding the forks down, which takes a little bit of weight off them. So we softened it to allow them to work a little bit better. And then lastly, we tightened the steering. When we got this thing, it was really loose. This thing would fall to the side and then go tut, tut, tut. You want it to fall, but with a little bit of help, you know, kind of like that. So that was another big difference in stability. And then outside of that, you know, you can try all the buttons and stuff and sort that out. This thing was awesome after we did that. Really handled well. Like I said, the motor needs a little bit more for intermediate expert level, needs to build a little quicker. But in stock trim, like I said, add the tooth on the rear, and that's about the best you can do. It's doable, it's rideable. It's just a little bit, it power builds slowly. Gonna be great on slick, hard pack stuff, but deep dirt, sand, you're gonna want a little bit more. So when they come out with these map kits, check those out. A little bit different mapping should fix it right up, or an aftermarket map, high compression piston, etc. There are fixes for that. I'm just trying to give you stock settings. Really, other than that, guys, we didn't do too much. This bike is really good. It's an incredible first effort for Triumph, and I think if you get one of these, you're gonna love it. So we're gonna get some more time on this thing, and we'll give you some more feedback, but I promise you, try those settings just in the suspension and chassis alone. This is gonna get you to a place where you're very close. So thank you for watching, we appreciate it. Stick around, we're gonna have more with this bike as the year goes on. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.